Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. So, welcome to week 6, 2 weeks to go. Relatively easy week compared to next week, it's a relatively easy week. So, looking at this week, you've got your quiz as normal, you've got your participation as normal, you're going to have 2 discussion questions, and then you're going to have a group analysis paper. And basically, what you're doing is you're looking at your first 3 weeks, you're going to analyze how your group worked together. There's some questions you're going to want to answer and look at and things like that. And that's what this paper is about. You also want to look at resources you've used throughout the semester and use some of those resources to actually discuss why you're writing about what happened in the group and how, if there was a theory as far as like Tuckman's stages or Fisher's phases or something like that. And you're going to need those. Sorry, I've been congested here the last few days. You're going to need those references and citations in this paper to tell where you learn that information, stuff like that. You have 2 discussion questions. Discussion question 1 says, discuss the factors that go into planning an effective meeting. Why are all these factors so important? What could go wrong if one of these factors is not planned for? And why is an agenda an important element in effective meetings? Folks, agenda is probably one of the most important things you'll have when you're planning a meeting. And I want you to talk about why. There's a lot to this question. Make sure you cover everything and see what you can. I'm real interested to see what gets said here, because it's interesting to see how some students value different parts of the meeting than others. So this can be a fun question. Question 2 says, people in groups often display disruptive behavior. Identify the types of disruptive behavior and what strategies would be effective in dealing with this disruptive behavior. Have you ever engaged in such behavior? Okay. So this is the bad kids of the group, if you will. Every group tends to seem to have some type of disruption and things like that. This is where you get to talk about those things and be honest. Listen, be honest with yourself. Have you ever engaged in some of these behaviors? I know that I have. I've been in a meeting and been on my phone rather than participating in the meeting or paying attention. And while it may not seem disruptive, when the speaker notices it, it becomes disruptive to the speaker or to whoever's running the meeting and stuff like that. So little things to look at with these meetings. So you got your 2 discussion questions, your paper, your quiz, and your participation. Not a whole lot. Next week you'll start your group project. Not a bad idea to get started on some of that this week, because that project cannot be turned in late. It has to be turned in on time. So that being said, I'll see you in the discussion boards, everybody.